Do you wonder if you're in a toxic relationship, but you're not sure how to tell? I'm attachment specialist Adam Lane Smith. And when you're stuck in a relationship and you can't tell if it's really bad or if it's just you, it's rough. I want to give you my best ways, the best ways I know of, my top eight warning signs that you are in a toxic relationship. Because if you get these down and you iron these out and you can look at these red flags, you can keep yourself safe and you can finally know if this relationship is really toxic or if it's just you. Odds are good though, it's probably not just you. The first thing I want to talk to you about is if you're with somebody else, and you can't have a conversation about needs. If they can't ask you for what their needs are, you got to constantly guess. You got to play this endless game of figuring it out. And you say, what do you want from me? What can I do for you? Oh, no, nothing. And then it comes out, no, wait, something was. If it's just this endless guessing game and you're always getting it wrong and you never quite feel right and you never feel fulfilled and you can't ask for your needs to get met because you feel uncomfortable about it because now the other person's playing secrets. If that's what's happening, this definitely may be a toxic relationship. At least it's heading in the wrong direction. Probably not a place you want to go. Probably not. Number 2 is secrets. You know that secrets are bad and you hate it. In your heart, you feel like this twist of a knife when someone's keeping a secret. Not that you're keeping one and not that the other person is this double life, but just things that you can't know about the other person. Things they hold back, things they don't want to tell you. No, I don't want to talk to you about that. No, don't worry about that. No, I'm not comfortable discussing that. Those secrets, just the little secrets that add up that seem like they could be no big deal, but then they're kind of everywhere. And there's a lot of weird doors that you can't go through. You know it's not right and it feels bad, but you're not sure if it's just you or you just being nosy. If it adds up with the first one where you can't ask for your needs to get met and they can't ask you for their needs to get met. Now there's a lot of secrets, not just about things that you don't know about them, but even things you should know about them and their needs are even a secret. It starts to really add up. And this goes right into the next one. Number 3, covering their phone. If they're covering their phone all the time and not letting you see even what's on it, that's weird. People ask me all the time, am I weird? Am I paranoid that I want to know a little bit about what my partner's doing, what they're thinking? And I say, no, I've been married for 13 and a half years. My wife and I'll hand her my phone. I'll say, hey, I got a message. Tell me who it's from. Stuff like that, way more normal. When you have something to hide or you think you have something to hide, all of a sudden you start covering up. It doesn't even mean that they are covering something up, but they could be. Even the fact that they feel like they need to, right? It goes back to keeping your needs a secret, keeping other secrets, having now secrets with your phone, anything. Even if they're just overwhelmingly embarrassed or self-conscious, you still might be heading down that toxic road. That still might be the case. Number 4, with all these secrets stacked on top of secrets, stacked on top of covering their phone, covering their tracks, if you also never feel heard. So it's not just that they're holding back, it's that they want you to hold back and you can't get your voice across. They don't let you talk about it. They don't hear you. Or when you're talking, they're always thinking about what they can say next and they're pushing back and you're saying, no, you're not hearing me. If you can't just sit down and have that honest face-to-face, that relationship, that discussion, if you can't do that and you're not feeling heard, there's something between the two of you. There's something there and it's probably not going great. We talk about toxic. If they are shutting it down where you can't do that once in a while, or even just they're not available. They're not available and not hearing you out. Paired with the secrets, this is a pretty big warning sign. I would worry about this one if I was you. Number 5, if you just can never talk about the rough topics, the tough things that you're supposed to be able to talk about, right? You're in a relationship. You are supposed to be able to talk to them and have that discussion. You're supposed to be able to say, hey, here's something important to me. Can we talk about this? This is important to you? Okay, let me tell you why that's a challenge for me. Let me talk to you about that. If you can't push back and have that conversation and pump the brakes and say, let's talk about this, without it turning into a fight, or even without them just completely blowing it off, or they get frustrated. If you can't have those tough talks, that's a big warning sign, especially if they're making you feel bad during the process. Now, up till now, a lot of this has been inconvenient stuff. It's sad stuff. It's the secrets. It's not feeling heard. Can't have the discussions. We're going to start. That's the surface level stuff, especially the early level stuff. How do you know it's really toxic? How do you know you're really heading into something serious that could really get you hurt? Well, number 6 is when there's constant shutdowns. It's not enough that there are secrets and they cover up their phone. It's not enough that you don't feel heard because they're just not hearing you. It's not just that you can't have topics and discuss the tough stuff. They shut you down. They shut you down, and it's a lot. No, we're not talking about that. No, I'm not dealing with that. You always do this. No, just that's enough. And they're pushing you, shutting down, shutting down, shutting down. The message really is that they don't respect you. The message that should be coming through, and I think you're probably hearing it, and maybe you haven't been honest with yourself because you love this person. The message that's coming through is they don't care about you as a person. You're supposed to fill a role in their life, and outside of that, you can't go out of that. That's not really a relationship with a person. You're heading into toxic territory because now you're being treated like an object instead of being treated like a person. And that's where a lot of those bad things start happening. Those first 5, they're bubbling. They're on the surface. This is the iceberg beneath the surface. This is the stuff that starts coming up as the relationship goes on. The 7th point, the 7th sign that you might be in a toxic relationship is when your gut tells you that you're in a toxic relationship, and specifically when you are nervous being around them. When you are nervous being around the other person, and I don't mean the butterflies at the beginning of the relationship. I don't mean like, oh no, what if it's the nervousness. It's nervousness of pain, anticipation of pain, of unhappiness, of fights. They seem to turn most things into arguments. You're never sure when you're going to step on another landmine. You're on endless eggshells. When you relax when they go away, that your gut is telling you, and you probably know you're in a rough relationship, very likely a toxic relationship, especially if they're still keeping all those secrets. You're being shut down all the time. Everything's a secret. You got to figure everything out. You can't have these tough conversations, and now you're nervous about it, and you can't even discuss the fear that you're feeling. Oh man, so toxic, so toxic. And that leads to number 8. Is you are definitely in a toxic relationship when your relationship starts spilling over into the other parts of your life. If you're the kind of person who loves people with all of their heart, and you get your heart broken, and then you try to go to work and it's distracting you and your performance is going lower, you're not the same around your friends and family, you're distracted, you're nervous, you're tired, you're fatigued, maybe you get a little depressed. If it's spilling into the rest of your life, odds are very good it's a toxic relationship. Very, very good. Because toxic relationships, man, the poison spreads. The poison spreads. And it doesn't leave anything alone. It just keeps going. So if you're experiencing these 8 things, all the secrets, all the nervousness, being shut down, other parts of your life getting impacted, and you can't even talk about it with the person, I'm sorry to tell you, you are probably in a toxic relationship. Very likely. Can it be fixed? I've got other discussions on that. I've got videos on this channel showing you how to fix those relationships. But if you're in a pattern, if you've had a few relationships like this, you might need a little bit more than just a couple of YouTube videos. Check my book, Slaying Your Fear by Adam Lane Smith. It's $5 on Amazon. It's the price of a hamburger. Go check that out and read about it. Because it might be that you're working on these toxic relationships to try to resolve something. Maybe you're used to them. Maybe that's all you know and you understand. Maybe you're diving into them for the wrong reasons. If you're watching this, you're probably not the toxic person, but you might be used to the toxic. It'd be a great time to break that cycle right now. You definitely can. I got so many guides on this channel to watch to do it. So if you are experiencing a toxic relationship right now, leave me a comment below. Say, man, number 8 hit me so hard. My whole life is being impacted by this. Number 6, I'm getting shut down all the time. And I thought it was just me. They've been telling me that it's my fault and that my points are stupid and I'm just overly emotional. The gaslighting. If that's you, leave a comment. Say that number hit so hard. Let's talk about it. I'd love to have a conversation with you about that. That'd be great because you probably need some talking right now. You probably need someone to talk you through this, and that's cool. I'm here for that. Please please subscribe to the channel. Please get more going. If you're in a toxic relationship, I've got the help for you. I've got it. Thank you.